Selamat pagi! Good morning everyone, Kenneth here, and today we'll be comparing the much loved Haylou GT1 to my new love, the Sabbat E12. So this is actually the most chosen topic in my previous poll. If you are one who participated in that poll, thank you very much for subscribing. If you haven't, do consider subscribing if you want to know more about true wireless earbuds, probably more tech stuff, but at the moment, I'm reviewing true wireless earbuds. That's the intro. I just made the intro to promote my own channel, but roll the intro. I have two intros now. Before we go on, I have a couple of very important notes. So if you have seen my review video of the Sabbat E12, it was a very long video, you'll know that I really like the Sabbat E12. But there is a huge price gap between the Sabbat and the Haylou GT1. So what the why am I still doing this comparison? It's not fair at all, but that's not the point of this video. What I wanted to say is if you're using the Haylou GT1 right now and you are looking for something to upgrade, this video is for you. And I think the Sabbat E12 is the perfect step up from the Haylou GT1. And thumbs up if you're one of the Haylou club! Question: why not the Sabbat E12 Ultra and the Haylou GT1 Pro? The answer is really simple. I just can't get them at the moment. But most of the things are the same as the one I have here. And I have used this for well over 2 months daily, and I really know them inside out. So I think this video is still gonna be very useful to make the decision. You will just get a better connection with the Sabbat E12 Ultra and Haylou GT1 Pro. You'll get a bigger case and a bigger battery and a battery indicator of the case. Maybe the sound quality will improve a bit on both sides, but I doubt that it'll be a big change over what I can hear on these two that I have right now. So if you're confused whether you should buy this one or the Ultra, get the Ultra. But for the Haylou GT1 Pro, I would still pick the original one because it's just so small and it's so portable. But if you're okay with a bigger case and want more battery, then I think the Pro will be a good investment too. So with that all cleared up, let's start the comparison. I'll put links to the full reviews of these two earbuds down in the description below. In this video, I'm gonna compare the most important stuff that you need to know. And first, let's start with the fit of the earbuds. The Haylou is shaped like a capsule and it is very small and compact. And the Sabbat, while it is larger, it is not that much heavier. It's actually pretty much the same, but it is shaped like an in-ear monitor, so it can fill your entire ear, and it has its benefits, which I will talk in a second. The ear tips that's included in the Haylou is the usual small, medium, and large sized ear tips. While on the Sabbat, you get much more varieties, including the height differences. So whether your ear is large and deep or small and shallow, most probably the Sabbat will have the ear tips that's right for you. For me personally, after trying out that many different ear tips, I ended up using the medium-sized ear tips that comes by default in the box. Okay, now getting back to the design of the Sabbat E12 that I mentioned, it has one really clear advantage. When you are wearing it, it fills the outer ear really well. So if you are raising your eyebrows, if you are opening your mouth out wide, yawning, laughing, the earbuds won't move at all, so you can still hear your music, unlike the Haylou GT1, which doing such actions will cause these earbuds to move away and basically cannot hear your music at all. Talking about the passive sound isolation, I feel like the Haylou has the slight edge here, which means it blocks more outside noise, which means it could be better if you just want to use it as an earplug. I personally prefer the slightly more open Sabbat E12 here. I can hear less of my own voice while eating, while talking, singing to music, all these actions. If I use the Haylou, it can get really distracting really quick. Wearing a helmet, things get interesting. The Haylou is notorious for falling off even inside the helmet. It's pushing the back of my ear, so Haylou is kind of resting on that part, and now that you're pushing it, it's pushing the earbuds outside of your ear. And if I take this off, again, they don't fall off. Usually you would expect some earbuds to fall. Basically, the Haylou is really small and is prone to falling off when you're wearing a helmet. On the contrary, the Sabbat E12 fits very well inside a helmet. Because of this flat, and also it fills the entire outer ear, when you are using the helmet, whatever you're doing, it kind of stays in there. It doesn't move anywhere because it doesn't have the space to. And when you're taking them out, simple as that, nothing falls. And it's just amazing to use the Sabbat. Probably is a little bit loose. It can fall sometimes, but it's way less than the Haylou. Anyways, in day-to-day use, these two earbuds perform very well. They never fall off by themselves. Even if I'm running, shaking my head too much, they stay in very well, except for that helmet. For the looks, I think they are both fine. On the Haylou, it looks very discreet and stealthy. This is the first time I've ever been excited when I first bought it. On the other hand, the Sabbat, while it doesn't look that good on picture, I actually kind of grow to like it day by day because it looks cool. I don't know. It looks professional in some way that you're using a UE really expensive in-ear monitor, and it also comes with many colors that you can pick whichever design you like. And also the Ultra, they have the camo version, which I'm curious to find out. And lastly, they both have about the same height, so if you're wearing a head covering, you don't have to worry too much about the earbuds protruding outside of your ear. Onto the music control, the Haylou is okay. Player pause within one tap on either side, double tap on the right to next song, left to previous song, hold for 2 seconds for voice assistant, and 5 seconds to turn it off. These Sabbat also have similar control, one press, player pause, double press next to previous song, but they do have volume control at 3 presses, which I do find useful at times, despite the fact that you need to press 3 times. Though unfortunately with both of these earbuds, if you only use the left side, you can only go to the previous song with a double tap gesture. Yeah, it's kind of a small gripe, but it's harder to accept with the Sabbat E12 as it is on the Haylou because it carries a much higher price tag. Oh, and did I mention the Haylou uses touch control, so no pressure, but you have to be careful of accidental touches. Although I find it to be fairly easy to get used to the touch control in the Haylou. It's not very sensitive, but it's responsive at the same time. The touch area is located down here closer to the ear tip, so the top part and the side doesn't register touches, which is always good if you want to readjust your earbuds just like that. The touch is not registered unless you are touching it with your skin. So if you're lying onto your bed, if you're using a helmet, the touch won't be registered, which is a good thing and you don't have to worry about it. On the Sabbat, it uses physical buttons, so touch it all you like and nothing will happen. But again, you know, pressure coming into your ear, I feel like this is not very bad because of the design. You're kind of pushing your entire outer ear instead of pushing one thing inside your ear just like that. So it's not that bad. Both of them has their own advantages. If you want me to choose one, I would pick physical button because it's just a much more reliable way, especially on the Sabbat E12. Sometimes I will press like 1, 2, then 3. I kind of paused a little bit there, but it knows that I want to register 3 taps and it produces the right action that I want. Now let's compare battery life. This is going to be quick and easy. The Haylou GT1, almost say Pro there. The Haylou GT1 lasts about 3 to 4 hours. I reached 4 hours listening to about 50% volume, something like that. And with the case, it provides about 3 to 4 times more full charges. So this whole package lasts me for about 3 to 5 days if I use it daily. And I find this kind of battery life to be okay. It's not restrictive in most situations. I can even watch movies with these. But on the Sabbat, they decided to step it up. They have a bigger battery inside this and a much bigger battery on the case itself as well. This can last up to 6 hours, and with the case that's 750 milliamp hour, more than twice the Haylou GT1's, this whole package can last me for 1 week or more. This is the kind of battery that I would describe as amazing. And what's even better, the Sabbat E12 Ultra claims 8 hours of battery life, and I personally tested the 6-hour battery life in this one, by the way. If they manage to prolong it to 8 hours, that's gonna be awesome. Now let's talk about the special things that you get on one side that you don't get on the other, and let's start with the Sabbat E12 case. So this case is an overall upgrade from the Haylou GT1. The size difference is not that huge, it only gets a little bit taller, so this still fits in the pocket really well. It just feels more premium, although the use of glossy finish here is not my favorite. You cannot see it right now, but this case is looking pretty nasty right now. It has my fingerprints all over it. It also scratches quite a bit, even though I keep it in my pouch, probably because it scratches with the debris in my wireless charger, and that's another thing. It has much more features than the Haylou GT1. It has the Qi wireless charging, a USB-C port, it has a battery indicator of the case, and it also is big enough to accommodate other sized ear tips. So if you want to use your own foam ear tips, most probably these earbuds will still fit in there. The foam tips that I use is pretty tall and deep, so if I just put it like that, that will not fit, but if I close it and put a little bit of force, it will stay inside and it will still charge and function normally. So I think that's a huge plus point over the Haylou GT1. And if you want to buy your own ear tips, the inner diameter should be 4mm, by the way. On the other hand, what you get on the Haylou GT1 is portability. I would go as far as even saying this is the smallest true wireless earbuds that I've seen, and it's just a plus point in my opinion. It's very pocketable. You can just toss it anywhere and not worry about it. At least that's what I do because it's really cheap. But 20 bucks, it just functions as a case. It doesn't feel very premium, but it gets the job done. That's the compromise that you will have to understand by going with these earbuds. Now it's time to compare the sound quality Haylou GT1 versus the Sabbat E12. Or should I say, let's destroy the Haylou GT1. I'm just kidding, of course. For you who doesn't have any of these earbuds yet, know that these two are both bass boosted earbuds. So pop and EDM are the kinds of music that shines the best with these. And if you're one of the proud Haylou owner who's considering the Sabbat E12 as your upgrade, you will get a much louder volume, wider sound stage, a little bit more natural voice. I won't say it's that much different, it's just very slight, and there is some more details to be heard because of that wider sound stage, and the instruments are better separated to each other. And overall, this Sabbat E12 will give you much more, in my opinion, enjoyable sound to listen to while still keeping that bass boosted sound signature. Even though it might not blow you away at first, but you will appreciate it if you're listening to this and then you go back to your Haylou, you will notice that some things are different. Now don't get me wrong, the Haylou GT1 is very good for its price tag. Listening to both of these back and forth, comparing some sections to the whole song again and again, I'm just very impressed by how much they pack in this earbuds. Now let's actually listen to some music. I have my review playlist. It's on Apple Music, so if you're using that, you can find the link down in the description below and probably check it out by yourself. Some of the musics that I compared is Hotel California by Eagles, Don't Stop Me Now by Queen, and also Enter Sandman, that's a rock song by Metallica. The music on the Haylou GT1 is packed, jammed in to the center, while on the Sabbat E12 they are more widespread and they have space to breathe. Okay, so as usual, this is the indoor call test. I'm wearing the Haylou GT1 right now. I think the main earbud is the mic that's being used, so that's the right side. And I'm gonna change to the Sabbat E12 real quick. Okay, so this is the indoor call test of the Sabbat E12. I'm wearing it right now, and the main earbuds is the left side, so the microphone that's being used is the left side. Yeah, this is how it compares. What do you think? Which one sounds better indoors? Now we'll go outside and we'll compare. Okay, 7 floors down. Now we are outside. This is easier than usual. You can see that some people there, some more people right there. So yeah, there's also wind, so we can test out how the wind will affect the call quality. This is the Haylou GT1. We are outdoors right now, and I don't know, I'm just going to talk a little bit more to show the outdoor call of the Haylou GT1. In my opinion, this has never been the best mic to do phone calls, but let's switch to the Sabbat E12 real quick and we'll see the difference. Okay, so we have switched from the Haylou to the Sabbat. One thing that I noticed first is how my own voice sounds less apparent than the Haylou GT1. As I've mentioned, which I actually prefer. I have more room to breathe. And there's also wind coming here, so you can see how this voice differs from the Haylou GT1. Yeah, tell me what do you think down in the description below. If you are surprised, if you are not, if there's any upgrade. I'm just talking whatever I'm talking. I'm gonna go back upstairs and we'll continue on to the comparison. Talking about the issues I've had with these earbuds, I actually have very little issues. You know, people are talking about the charging and pairing issues with the Haylou. I've never had any of those. The only thing that I have is connection dropout frequent enough to be noticeable by me. That's also very far in between. So it's not that big of a deal for me. On the Sabbat E12, range is the issue. It has shorter range than literally any other Bluetooth earbuds that I've tested, but that is fixed with the Sabbat E12 Ultra, and I think that is one more reason why you should get the Ultra over this original one. But as with all true wireless earbuds, always know that you might get 1 to 2 seconds of connection dropouts. That is perfectly normal. It's just the way the technology works right now, and it is especially more true in the slave earbuds. Speaking of which, both of these two are master-slave configuration. If you have seen my more recent videos, there are dual mode Bluetooth, so you are free to pick any one that you like. But here, you have to pick the main one. And the main one on the Haylou GT1 is the right side, while on the Sabbat, it is the left side for some reason. It is just far easier to take the main earbud if you only want to use one earbuds. Take the right side, you'll be connected right to your phone. And then if you want to use two, just take the other one and complete your whole setup. But if you only want to use one side, you cannot just put the right side, the main earbud especially, into the case. That will turn both of them off. And then you will have to take the left side again, pair it to your phone separately. There is also some time there. If you are taking your left side, it tries to search for the main earbud first, then it tries to search for your phone, so that will take some more time, and it's just less convenient that way. So know that both of these have that kind of behavior. And I know if you're confused right now, you can see my very first QCY-T1 review video. There I explain how this whole setup works. So now let's do the final test. This is the latency comparison in PUBG and YouTube between the Haylou and the Sabbat. That you get in Sabbat E12, but for the price I can tell you this sounds great. Although you have to know that the volume is not that loud. Every design has its pros and cons, which brings us to the second part, the build quality. So this is the part where the video ends. I'm very happy, probably you'll be very happy too. The clear winner in this comparison is no doubt the Sabbat E12. You probably knew that from the start. Of course you would expect that way because this is much more expensive, but I hope now you know why it is better. Some of the more important upgrades in my opinion is the battery life, the overall quality, the sound quality, the call quality, the fit. That is also an upgrade from the Haylou GT1. I think this is just such a good upgrade from the Haylou GT1. Okay, that's it for the video. Thank you very much for watching once again. Thank you very much for using the links to buy and support the channel. Thank you very much for watching the ads and all of that. And yeah, at the end of the day, I hope this video is useful. I'll have more comparisons. I've been testing out much much more earbuds than what I previously do. It's quite a challenge for me myself to, you know, like listen to this much earbuds now that the companies are contacting me. Really nice experience that actually growing, and that all is thanks to you. So yeah, my next video will be a non-in-ear earbuds, which I personally loved before the Haylou GT1 come to my life. And until then, please do give the video a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Especially on Twitter, I tweet out the battery testings that I've done. So if you want to know, make requests and all that, go check my Twitter out. That is really it. Thank you very much once again. I will see you in the next video. And I really cannot wait to do that. So with I just smashed this down the floor. Oh my god. And don't worry, they're still charging fine. Moving on to the video. Fills your entire outer ear. Jangan.